Hey guys, so it's Sarah, and today I am dressed as Belle from the new Beauty and the Beast movie. This is a Belle cosplay that I have created for Halloween slash conventions. I'm going to Fan Expo Vancouver in November in 2 weeks, and I'm going to be wearing this. It is Halloween night, and I am in between things that I am doing, so I was like, why don't I make a YouTube video whilst Belle? Because books and Belle, it seemed applicable. So I decided I would do a book haul because it was my birthday recently and I got some books. I also got a couple other like random things that I'll show you. But yeah, so overall, exciting things. So first I'm gonna just show you this crappy book that I have in my hand. It is Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. I've been wanting to read Dr. Zhivago for a while, but for this cosplay, I needed a book that looked sort of like this, and I found it at Value Village. It's really dinged and in terrible quality, but I added a little beast sticker there. I know, desecrating books. Burn me at the stake, I'm a witch. But I've been actually wanting to read this one for a while, so I was like, perfect. So when I go to the convention, if I'm waiting in lines, I will have this prop as a book in which I can read. And then read it. It's genius. Foolproof. Okay, so the first real book that I have in this haul is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban in the awesome illustrated Jim Kay edition. I have all of them so far. They always come out around my birthday, so every year I get it for my birthday. Gorgeous. Like, look at this. Next is a book I got sent from the publisher, and I honestly forgot I was getting it because they contacted me ages ago being like, do you want this book? And I was like, sure. And it just showed up, but I am so excited for it. And that is Brooding YA Hero, Becoming a Main Character Almost as Awesome as Me by Carrie D'Aricio and illustrated by Linnea Gear. This is based on a Twitter account, Brooding YA Hero, and essentially the Twitter account is just like tropes and hilarious things that always seems to happen to brooding YA heroes, and this is just a book all about broody McHottie pants, and it's a comedy, obviously, just poking fun at the YA genre, and I am so about that life. I am going to fly through it. Bless this book. Praise bless. The next thing I got is not a book, but it's a magazine, and I haven't bought a magazine since I was like 15. So Cosplay Culture. I found this when I was looking for pumpkins to carve. Magazines in Canada are pretty expensive, and so I saw this and I was like, ooh, a cosplay magazine. It's probably so expensive, but it was like $7, so I was like, how can I refuse? And essentially it's just dope pictures of cosplay, articles about different events, articles about different cosplayers, and a couple of like DIY tutorials on like how to use Warbler and stuff like that, and it's just so cool, so I was like, heck to the yes. Next here I have some books that I bought with a gift card that I was gifted for my local bookstore. It's like got new and used books, so I went in there not knowing what I was gonna get, and then I left with 3 books, the first of which is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, and it's one of the signed copies. There it is, John Green touched this thing. Honestly, I was hesitant to buy this book. I liked The Fault in Our Stars, but I tried to read like Looking for Alaska and I just couldn't, and so going into this I was like, this is like overly hyped to the extreme. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I bought it anyway, so I'm hoping I'm gonna like it. So this book is about a main character who has anxiety and I think OCD, and that seemed really interesting, so I was like, okay, I'll buy it. So I bought it, and then I got the second and third book in the Magnus Chase series by Rick Riordan. So I didn't love the Percy Jackson series. I liked it, don't bite my head off. As an adult, I thought it was good, but it was like, if I was 12, it would have been better. It doesn't have that nostalgia factor for me. But so I read Magnus Chase recently, not recently, like 7 months ago, and it was good. I was surprised. I liked it way more than Percy Jackson, so I was like, okay, I'm committed to this series. The Ship of the Dead came out recently. I was just so hyped, and I was like, oh girl, I need to get those other books and finish that series. It reminded me, so I did, essentially. The hype got me for these ones, I must say. Okay, so after that, I also got another book gift, and that was from my mom, and that was the complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Okay, so this bind up, my mom bought it like 9 months ago or something when she went down to the States because there's no Barnes & Noble in Canada. And then I went with her recently and I came so close to buying this and she talked me out of it because little did I know she had already purchased it for me. But so now I can actually read Sherlock Holmes because I haven't yet. Sorry. But this edition is like the best. I think this is definitely one of the better Barnes & Noble classic editions. Like I just think this book is so pretty looking. I don't know. I love the Barnes & Noble, the whole collection, but just this one just always stood out to me as just being a really cool design. And I just liked it. And of course I wanted to read Sherlock Holmes, but so now I have this to place lovingly on my shelf to slowly peruse. Then here I have The Anatomy of Story by John Truby. And so this book, it's a writing book, but I bought it for a project that I have to do. I have to do a media project for one of my classes, well, for all my classes, but for one of them in particular, I'm writing a script. So this apparently is good for writing scripts, so I was like, great, excuse to buy a book on writing, because I love writing books, and this is just like one I've had my eye on for a while, so it's just like perfect. But it's just like breaks up how to tell a story and to not have it suck. So I can get behind that. Alright, so the last 3 here that we have are sent to me by the publisher. So I'll start with the 2 arcs because they're pretty cool. So the first one is That Inevitable Victorian Thing by E.K. Johnston, and looking at it, I liked the cover, but I was like, oh, romance story, Victorian romance. But actually, wait. It's kind of like a steampunk alternative history story, a cyberpunk thing, where England still owns everything, and it's like a giant empire. It's a giant British empire. But then there's also these crazy science-y advancements where people's soulmates are selected via computers. And the main girl is kind of like a lower level princess, and she's like, gives a big doo-doo to the system, and she befriends some quirky Toronto people, and they go on an adventure. So the next one we have here is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julia C. Dow. This book I've just been getting some hype on. It's about a girl named Shi Fang, and she's beautiful, she's destined to become empress, but she has to become evil to do it. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a Snow White sort of thing, but it's like the main character is the evil queen, but then it's Chinese, and it seems really cool. Alright, and we're gonna end this haul on a high note because the next book is beautiful. And it was sent to me by the publishers, and it was a finished copy, and my jaw dropped when I saw it in my mail. I was like, oh, bless my little heart. But so that is Basic Witches, How to Summon Success, Banish Drama, and Raise Hell with Your Coven by J.S. Saxena and Jess Zimmerman. Essentially, this is a self-help book mixed in with the Tumblr witchy girl aesthetic, as well as girl power and feminism. Everything is rooted in like a therapeutic approach to dealing with your issues. I mean, to begin with, look at this illustration. I read this book and I got my boyfriend's sister to read it, and she really liked it. It says right here, what do we mean by magic? We're not talking about levitating or conjuring anything or anything like that, but what we can teach you are mantras, incantations, rituals, and other tiny spells that allow you to tap into your latent abilities and hidden power. But like it talks about pop culture references, it talks about like beauty, so it's kind of like how to clothe yourself in literal darkness, it tells you to dress in all black, makeup, hair, all this zany stuff, finding your colors. I don't know, it's just like, I find it's a very difficult book to explain, but I thought it was great. I really liked this. This book was just like a feminist pro-human sort of approach to self-help and self-empowerment and all those good things. And it's got like little tidbits on witch history, how them ladies were persecuted in the past for being different and all those things. So overall, this is from Quirk Books and it's just so cool. Okay, but so then I also got a Porg Funko Pop. Oh, I'm so excited for the new movie. Oh, I caught it. Oh, I'm impressed that I caught that. I wish you could have seen it on camera, but I freaking dove, ducked, dodged, dived, ducked, dodged for that bad boy. I'm living for the Porgs. I want to show you my BB-8 that I got. Okay, so it is a robot. It moves with this remote, with this watch. It moves and it's so cool. I got this for my birthday from my boyfriend's family and it's just like cool. When you like push it, it rolls. Like you are using the force to make it move and it's just like, ooh. Yeah, you can kind of see it's moving because there's a magnet inside. So cool. Side note, I bought like fan tickets for the new Star Wars movie coming out. So it's like the Thursday, the night of, it's like 6 p.m. It's the fan event. You had to pay double the price to see it. But I'm totally gonna go and I'm totally gonna cosplay. I'm either gonna make Resistance Rey or Padawan Rey. I'm not totally sure, but something will be made that is a new Rey cosplay. Also because I'm getting a new staff. Like, I like the staff that I have been using, but there are issues with it. So I'm 3D printing, and by me, I mean my boyfriend is 3D printing me a new staff for Rey. He just got access to it with his school, so I was just like, yes, 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 yes. Grabby hands. Anyway, okay, this has been A+ quality content. But yeah, so that is my haul. Let me know in the comments what you thought of any of the books that I talked about today. Have you read Turtles All the Way Down? What did you think? I'm still like, I'm gonna read it obviously because I purchased it, but I don't know what to expect. In the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on any of the books that I hauled because I would love to know. And my name is Sarah and I'm dressed as Belle, and I'll see you guys soon with another video.